Hello, Zero Squad. It is your god, your devil, the Supreme Reaper. Back at it with another video. Ignore all of this, as this will be coming in a later part of the video. Maybe around part 13 or 15. But for now, Atizuka would wake up in a black dimension, surrounded by flames, as a throne would be sitting in front of him with a demonic, gigantic, metallic figure sitting on the throne with a skull inside its body. Before all of a sudden, the skull would glow before flames would shoot up from the neck, as the skull would begin to float into the air before speaking. Hello, boy. What? Where? I will tell you where you are. You are dead. Is this hell? Kinda. I have a proposal for you. What's your proposal? I can give you power to get revenge on those who did you wrong. Who hurt you? Who wronged you? So you could bring vengeance and punishment to those who committed sin in this world. Your father, your sister, even your closest friend. Take my hand, and you will be gifted power that any mortal could dream of. Nothing of the likes that these quirks could compare to. As Izuku would be sit there wondering, thinking, should I take it? I have a chance of getting revenge on those who did this to me. As hundreds of voices begin to rumble through his head. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe he'll be worth it. Sure, let's trust him. Sure, why the hell not? Let's do it. Yeah, like it. Before he came to a decision. I accept your offer. Is there any setbacks I should know about? None. Okay then. It's suspicious, but I'll go with it. Take my hand. As Izuku would shake the demon's hand. For all of a sudden, his hand would begin to become spiraling with flames as he would wake up. As he would explode his wall, jumping down before whistling. As his bike would appear with green flames. This is what his rider looks like, but instead of his usual hero costume, it's well, it's him in his prison outfit, but he's gonna change soon. As he would ride off into the night, screaming. Whee! As he would be driving for hours on end before coming across let's skip a few hours ago during his funeral, because, well, they didn't really hold a funeral for him. So basically what Deku did was he played dead for a little bit until his funeral was over and he left. Only 2 people went to his funeral. We'd see Wanda crying in Kirishima's arms as he'd be saluting Izuku. I can't believe he's gone. Those bastards didn't even show up to their own kid's funeral. I know. But yet you have the audacity to still train and hang out with those assholes that tortured him and laughed at him for years. Are you really truly his friend? Yes, Wanda, I'm his friend. Are you sure? You hang around with the people that tortured him for years, bullied him, abused him, beat him every single day. His own family didn't even come to his funeral, but yet you still hang out and train with those bastards? You were never his friend. Yes, No, you weren't. You only wanted to hang around with him because of his father. Cause Bakugo. Wanda, no. Done. Leave me alone. As Wanda would run off, crying. Are you done holding a funeral for this worthless scumbag? Come on, we've got to get training. My dad doesn't want us to be late. Right, I'm coming. Now we skip to Izuku as we would see him riding his motorcycle to the city in his yellow jumpsuit. As he see a black hoodie before smashing the window, stealing that hoodie, but it would also come with a black shirt with a skull. As he'd put the hoodie on, he'd be riding for a few more blocks as the hoodie would come in a full set. As he would put the jeans on before driving down before seeing a mask blocks down. As he would punch a hole in the window, stealing the mask as he would drive off, getting angrier and angrier by the second. Because he heard everything Wanda and Kirishima argued about. Hunting. Before he would drive past the beach, because I don't know how to say the name, to see All Might Kirishima Bakugo and Ojo training all together. In a fit of rage, he would roar. His roar would be heard. As all of them would look up to see Izuku standing there. As he would scream, sitting up, saying, Toshinori-yagi. Hold on, I need to use my voice change to make this sound more Toshinori-yagi. You are guilty. What the hell? For all of a sudden, Izuku would be so quick. Only All Might would be able to keep up, as he would be tackled to the ground by Izuku before picking him up. Izuku would pick him up by his shirt, punching him into the water. Before pointing at Bakugo. Katsuki Bakugo, you are guilty. Before summoning a chain, piercing Bakugo in the shoulder, pulling him towards him, punching him in the face. Before Ojo would jump, making a blade out of crystal jade, going to stab Izuku, but that shit would not do anything. If anything, it would just go through him, because he's literally made of fucking bones. That was smart. As a chain would pop out of his back, piercing her through her side, throwing her in the air. As he would grab her by her neck, holding her in the air, choking her. As his flames would grow brighter, literally starting to turn the sand into glass. And yes, he's gonna have lantern rings. I'm gonna basically do how I did my what if he was the reality hacker, but not like that. Because that Izuku is just way too fucking OP. That is by far the strongest version of Izuku I've made. That just makes me wonder how strong he would have become if I continued the series. And I had to discontinue it for a logical reason. I just couldn't. The series, the episodes are fucked up, and I was being stupid and deleted all the past episodes. So I couldn't re-upload them even if I wanted to. As he would begin to burn her, for Bakugo would jump up, blasting him, not doing anything. As he would stab Bakugo on his side, for All Might would come charging out of the water, punching Izuku, sending him flying into the wall. He would eat his punch. As his chain would come out of the ground, holding All Might down, he would charge, uppercutting him in the air. As the chains would hold him down, as he would slam him into the ground, beating down on him. For Kirishima would become running. Leave them alone! He'd scream for getting punched. Before punching Izuku, but Izuku would not do anything before looking at him and say, Ichiro, Kirishima Maximoff, you are innocent. I just stopped recording. Yeah, what you ride on my gut. As he would knock out Kirishima, sparing him. as he was about to pendant stare Ojo before dropping her. As they would all begin to gang up on him, comboing his ass. As All Might would uppercut him with a Delaware smash. As Ojo would use her jade constructions to hold him down in place. As she would break them with ease, as she would make herself, covering herself in jade armor before clashing with Izuku. Before he would punch her in her stomach, shattering her armor. Right then, fuck. Hey there. As he would begin to run, summoning his bike, hopping on before riding off. Before driving away at blinding speeds, leaving arches down on the ground. As he would drive for hours on end. But let's go back to Dagobah Beach. Yes, I remember how to pronounce the name. Shut the fuck up. This. What was that? Bakugo would be saying, who was that? Ojo would say, he beat All Might. No man can casually take a punch from the strongest hero in the world like it's nothing. Big pose. That's what she said. There's a tale of the devil, of a fallen angel. All Might would say, standing, getting himself back up with the help of Bakugo and Kirishima, of an angel that was betrayed by the gods and betrayed by humanity. And due to that, he was corrupted by the words of the devil and pulled down to hell to serve the devil for all of eternity as his righteous fist of vengeance. But that's just some stupidly biblically made up myth, right? For all we humans know, the angels and the devils could be real. But you just don't meet them till you die. But there's also another tale that's a story, ancient story, that dates back to Mesopotamian days. That shit's billions of years old. Exactly. Of a story of a man with a running around killing those who have committed wrong, murders, rapists, stuff like that. I believe the thing we just fought a couple minutes ago was that very figure. Rest up, for tomorrow we're gonna hunt that bastard. Getting sent flying off his bike. But just before Izuku would pass out, his hair would change, becoming longer and white, as his eyes would begin to shift color, one becoming a bluish silver, and the other a crimson blood red. As he would pass out before seeing an old man approach him. Before he would. So that's where I'm going to be leaving off. Part 2 redone. What if Izuku